Mr. Agnew has 2 minutes.
I support efforts to reduce the amount of plastic being used because for the foreseeable future a lot of it will end up in the open environment, including the oceans, from which it cannot realistically be collected for recycling or anything else. It is well known that all plastics create fragments as they degrade, but we know that fragments of ordinary plastic could accumulate for decades and perhaps 100 years as microplastics before they become biodegradable. New plastic goods therefore need to be urgently modified at manufacture so that if they do get into the open environment they will become biodegradable much more quickly than ordinary plastic. This modified type of plastic is known as oxo-degradable or oxo-biodegradable, and the technology is available here and now for an entrepreneurial firm in my own constituency in the UK. I was therefore astonished to see that clause 42 calls for a ban on this technology without a vote, and I'm angered that foreign MEPs seek to extinguish British innovation. The Commission has at least gone through the motions of asking for a scientific study on this, but with the greatest respect to the rapporteur, Mr Demesmaeker, neither he nor his colleagues on the Environment Committee are polymer scientists. They are therefore in no position to come to a conclusion in advance of a scientific report, and they have not in fact included a single line of evidence in their report to justify such an important decision which they are asking the Parliament to make. I will be voting against this report because only the British government should have the power to prevent British innovation. If the report succeeds tomorrow, it will confirm that the EU favours ideology over science yet again, and that factual evidence is a mere irrelevance. At the very least, voting on this topic should be delayed until a scientific report is to hand. In my own specialty of UK agriculture, hundreds of hectares of land are covered in plastic as a frost protection. It can be heavily contaminated with soil when it is removed a few months later, making disposal a major problem. If it was oxo-degradable, it could be removed to a building and allowed to virtually disappear.
Σας ευχαριστώ. Έχετε μια κάρτα. You have a card from Mr. Butikofer. Do you accept it? Mr. Butikofer, you have 30 minutes for your question. Micro.
Dear colleague, are there any other scientific arguments in favor of oxo-biodegradable plastics than the fact that it's produced in your constituency?
You have 30
the argument
seconds
is
to give the argument.
It should be allowed to be evaluated scientifically and not be completely disregarded by a committee called the Environment Committee in the European Parliament that aren't scientists.